Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to 2 Point Museum where before we get moving here there's a couple of things that I want to point out. First of all, uh, I realized we're filling up our space pretty good here. If we want to keep expanding this museum, especially given how much space we had to devote to this aquarium, which is in a different position than it used to be for reasons that we'll get to, we're probably going to have to actually buy another plot and expand. And I realized this plot over here, first of all, is dirt cheap as crazy. That costs so much less than like a vending machine. It's right here, and it abuts this thing like directly. Like if we look at it straight down, it is right at the edge. So I moved this aquarium over. I figured out exactly the minimum size to keep it at 9 capacity. And my hope is that we'll be able to just like doorway and like have this be a continuous, more or less continuous building. We'll see. We'll see when we actually buy it. At the moment, I don't want to spend the 2,500 because we don't need it right this second, and we are going to need it for starting expeditions. Another thing that I noticed when I was looking at the expeditions that I wanted to do was that this thing here, which we picked up a strolling surveillance security guard for, only allows us to take one security guard, and that security guard must be level 5. So I have started training our only level 5 security guard to have strolling surveillance as well. So that'll pick up, and we'll be able to do that. The other big obstruction that we have left over here requires 2 level 5 janitors. We do have 1. What does our second most trained janitor look like? Level 3, and not really the kind who goes out on expeditions. I mean, obviously they still make XP doing their normal job. It's not ideal though, is it? Do we have a high level janitor available? We could certainly make use of another janitor. We do not need to be at 2 janitors for a museum this size, especially if we're talking about taking people out on expeditions. And in fact, I'm not allowed to advertise. I'm not allowed to force job advertisements for anybody except except for experts, I guess. I didn't realize. Yeah, it would be nice if we had access to more of these. The janitors that we do have, nobody knows how to use a fire extinguisher, I'm noticing. It's worrying. And Georgina is definitely not the one who should be learning it, since Georgina spends like 80% of her time in the workshop. So maybe I should hire another janitor is the lesson there. The thing is, like, the primary museum maintenance task is performed by experts, not janitors. So it doesn't really feel like you need all that many unless there is specifically something in your museum that keeps making a mess. You know, you need people to clean up puddles or whatever. So we are short an assistant in the gift shop. Do we need to hire another one of those? Well, we're short an assistant in the gift shop with 1 person in injury treatment and 1 person currently training, so most of the time we'll have more people free than this. Yeah, then we have 2 ticket booths running and a cafeteria, and do we need both the ticket booths right now? We don't. I'm just gonna pick you up and change your job. I don't think we actually do need another assistant. I think we can install another one of these workstations here and get a second marketing campaign running concurrent with our first marketing campaign, I believe. But I'm not going to stress about it right now, because since we need 3 more completions, we won't really see any benefit until it's time to start the 3rd one. And if we just start 2 at that time, they'll finish simultaneously. So we'll worry about it then. It's going to be quite a while, even at maximum speed, I think. Oh, and then also, yeah, we should actually be running expeditions. Like, it's good to get this thing done, but we do need zappers, don't we? And we have just barely enough skill to get the job done here. So this has to be these 2 specifically to avoid the MIA. And then we Survey scan? That's not what I wanted. I wanted the overview. Because we're most of the way through level 1. We will level this up to 2. Just by doing it. We could survey scan and try to push it really high. And given that it's got this hull leak problem, I suppose that is a sensible thing to do. Winston Legend is almost to the point where we could train him in survival skills and have him deal with it. But only almost. So yeah, you know what? Go ahead and spend the survey scanner. Let's do a detailed. We'll push this most of the way through the next level. And that's basically all my money.
Mandatory. It is much nicer.
We're working on it, everybody. Things are coming along. I did decorate this tank just enough to get it up to maximum level. Check out the cool bubbly thing, bubble chest. What a terrifying fish! It seems, yeah, incredibly dangerous to clean this tank. He stepped inside and immediately we're like, ah, no. Okay. Generate a little bit more money. We can probably send out some other people here. Is this... Right, this is the obstruction that we just didn't do because we got both the other sides of it. This requires a supernatural expert. Level 5. Supernatural expert, no less. There might be cool stuff down there. The SS Silverbottom. I don't know what we're going to do with a famous spirit. Do they automatically go to the other map? We could try running a thing for them, I suppose. Oh, right. And then we never did get this opened up, but all this does is provide experience for a marine life expert, and that's not the problem that we're having. Okay. Yeah, let's I'm not opposed to putting out a call for such an expert. Looks like our injury machine is dealt with, so yeah, the cafeteria and gift shop they will get handled on their own. So to a certain extent, we're just waiting. I guess, is there any other node that accepts a janitor? This can be a way that we force janitorial XP up. There must be at least one other node where we have to send a janitor, right? That's an assistant. Well, you know, it's just an obstruction. It's not a thing that needs to be done, but it would allow us to score XP on a janitor. And in fact, XP plus bonus XP, right? It also will likely create some illness. And we need to not have a cave collapse. That's pretty important. We can avoid getting lost in the sea caves with plant camouflage for some reason. You know what? All right, let's do it. Let's let's send in Alfie Blizzard, who is currently 3 and pretty high up on level 3. In fact, we're gonna send him with the expedition journal, and also somebody who I'd love to hit 5. Kelpie Damp is almost there. Honestly, it's probably Winston Legend, because that survey skill, being able to put something else on survey skills is a good idea. Yeah, so somebody is likely to come back with the illness. That's a 50-50. But both of you could use the XP. And then I had talked about digging into the video game stuff here, and maybe we will. Maybe that's what we'll use this plot for. I think at this point we can probably afford to purchase the plot and at least see how it works. Okay, so everything got cleared from it. And then we're gonna just... Like, am I allowed to just edit this building straight into it? I am. Okay, so we can just create a hallway or something. Is this all the way up to the edge? It is. Alright, we don't actually need to change anything right now. I just wanted to see. And I figured we had a big enough bank that it was okay to go check. Maybe we should hire another assistant so we have two people with the marketing thing so that the marketing campaign doesn't get paused while one of them is on break or whatever. Do you have marketing skills? You don't. Does somebody else in the place have marketing or like an open slot? Okay, the thing needs a little repair, and I did specifically break somebody off of repairing it. Oh, it turns out we do have multiple marketers. It's just they're all busy right now. Yeah, our assistants are leveling up like crazy. Dolly Pebble has no developed skills, and that's definitely a happiness penalty. But since Dolly Pebble is a dinner lady, that does make me feel like we'd rather have like customer service or something. Yeah. Let's train you up a little bit.
So reminded that we're not friends.
I'm not like in a particular hurry to be out of here. I'm not trying to absolutely minimize. If I was, I'd be playing differently in a lot of ways. I know the unnecessary second helipad might seem like I'm trying to just rush through this as quickly as possible, but that's just like my own impatience, which is a different concern. Okay, a second Zapper. It literally does not matter what your quality is. We have a spot for you. We know what we want. Okay, 2 Zappers, egg cup. All we can do now is hope. And they're both at maximum buzz and everything. The tank is functional. Should I put more? I wonder if I should put like some vending machines and stuff in over here. Okay, also Winston Legend has become seasick, I think. Yeah. Not a lot of XP on that. But the bonus is 75 more. I kind of wish it would roll that in and show that. Okay, the representative from the Department of Culture is arriving for your yearly inspection. Okay, so if I want to clear that illness right away, let's go ahead and send Winston out. It's going to cost me $5,000. It's worth it. It's worth it to do that quickly, I think. It does seem like you can just leave it and eventually the illness falls off, but... So we got to keep an eye on this too, because we only have enough space to farm 1 Zapper here. What we're going to have to do is pull one after the birth, and then have the parents have a second one to fulfill this. And we'll, we'll get it. It'll happen.
Swashbuckling over the airwaves with minimal lurching and maximum panache.
So I don't know that it's even worth pushing the marketing campaigns. Oh, hey, that leveled Winston Legend up. That's cool. I do think then we probably want to go ahead. Oh, that's right, because this comes with an XP bonus too, doesn't it? Yeah, it totally does. That's rad. All right, I think we do want to go ahead and give Winston Legend survival skills immediately. That makes him like very valuable. Okay. Yeah, that was a good way to push that. And our poor janitor is 59 of 300. Oh, Georgina's level 5. Right, but we need a second. We need a second janitor at level 5. Right. Wait, is it 2 janitors or 2 security? Am I crazy? I am. Okay, no, I'm right. I probably need another janitor for when we do this in any case, because we would be sending 100% of our janitors out. So at the very least, let's get Bobby Longbottom, who's a good egg, to work in the museum, because somebody should know how to work a fire extinguisher. I know it's a museum that's mostly made up of aquariums, and as such, things burning down is not like super likely, but okay. So we need mechanics level 1 on our janitor. We need a security guard of level 5 who has strolling surveillance. And then we just need a level 5 marine life person. And it doesn't really matter what they have. And the 3 of them together are 1 level short of avoiding slow sailing. Somebody's potentially going to get injured. I mean, yeah, these are all pretty similar. And I guess just expedition journal up for Alfie. This is basically all of our money.
Towards waters new and good
But
sounding.
well worth it.
Why don't
It's
you
got to
do
get done.
something useful and listen to this next
All right, tank
delightful
restoration.
tune.
Tank restoration's tough for everybody.
The prehistoric period was absolutely ages ago.
Okay. So it's good that we're making money as quickly as we're making it because we are burning through it
The bone belt.
very, very fast.
Old.
How many survey scanners do we currently own? Okay, we have 3. We could make some rank cheese. Some rank cheese. I suppose to help us push through some of these events, but I think that thing had penalties up to level 30. Although the rank cheese seems to just disable all the level-based penalties as far as I can tell. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, so I was saying we had talked about doing the video game thing. This maybe is a good time to like look into that as we've just bought all this extra space. So we have to have an expert specific to this. All right, so who's on offer? Are we doing a supernatural thing? Are we doing a video game thing? Nobody is on offer for either of them actually, but obviously we can put out the call. I do kind of want the supernatural expert. I am curious about the spooky ghost, and at some point we're going to have to go back to that. At some point we're going to have to go back to that place, right? Why is this advert fee too great? It looks like I have $5,000. Do I not have $5,000? Is there something wrong? It also says I don't have enough to... Okay, wait, let's unpause here.
Vandalizing. We stopped them, obviously.
Okay, no, it seems fine now. And in fact, I guess... You know what, let me make 3 offers here. We'll see if we get some people who have some neat traits, or maybe just some people who have a decent number of levels under their belt already. Because I believe that the person we bring it requires a level 5 expert, right? So somebody with rapid restoration is a little bit less exciting in a setting where most of the exhibits are not things they can work on. You are a workhorse and family friendly, though. Increases happiness of nearby colleagues. See, like, yeah, this good egg is more compelling, I think, coming from a person who does not have the where we don't have a lot of the thing that they're going to be doing. But also, we could bring on... Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. I have decided we have a supernatural expert. Now, am I remembering correctly that node required a level of supernatural expertise that's maybe like... Oh, no, they just have to be level 1. Oh, right, but I have to employ an expert qualified in level 5 supernatural to get the node open. Oh, and then you can get cursed over here, man. So... what is the best way to level up an expert if you don't have the stuff they're after? I guess it's to send them out on missions to their map, right? And there's still stuff that we haven't... Oh, time limited. Coven Corner. Most of the Netherworld's witches gather in this corner of the region to distance themselves from the groaning masses and focus on their crafts. Right, it's a seasonal thing. Okay, well, I can't actually go there because I have 0 level 3 supernatural experts, but that's interesting. But we could just start a little supernatural anything. Oh, okay. And the any staff XP here, any staff XP POI is here. So I could just send my supernatural expert on that. We can manufacture a spirit key and open some stuff up, because we can do this stuff, and then that's work that will be done for the good of the supernatural museum, but with the XP going to this museum. Activate a buzz bonus on a peasant. Obviously not a thing we'll be doing on this map. Oh, display a cold water aquarium. Ah, the grave shallows. Right, fish. Right, there are some things over here that care about fish. Okay. And this would require marine life experts plus any staff, so we could bring the... Yeah, display a cold water aquarium. That's probably... Is that doable? Do I have a temperature coldener? Fucking... You know what I mean? You know what I mean. Words is hard. Right, we have a heater, but we don't have a cooler, I don't think. No, we don't. Shoot, I wish they would be a little bit less sort of linear with the unlocks, so that you could do stuff like this. Because there's no way for us to even force the addition of such a thing. There's not like a setting on the heater that I can flip, is there? No. Okay. Well, that's disappointing. I got all excited there. But still, there are some things we can do that are meaningful. So yeah, you can just build spirit keys, right? Am I remembering that correctly? Yes. It's a little expensive, but we can do that. The use of that general XP up point of interest was also quite expensive. I believe it was $25,000 per expedition, if you didn't see that, so not ideal. Our overall ratings are going down a bit here. Got a ticket really quickly. Tickets are okay value. Enjoying the museum. We are making a lot of money.
The expedition team have finally returned.
It seems like the vast majority of our money is coming from donations. Right, if we look at this. Donations income, museum income. So this breaks it down. I opened this up because I was hoping for a more detailed breakdown, but that's actually a less detailed breakdown. All right, what do we got? Some XP for everybody. Okay. And that means that we have another... Here, let's pop back over to the water map. We have a new node open. Activate the buzz bonuses on 4 sea monsters. Okay, well, it turns out we need more sea monsters. And there are more sea monsters down here in the Ravenous Caverns. Yeah, we're still a little short of that second high-level janitor, but we're closer. We're getting there. We figured out how to do it at least. Because we have now found the anybody can go here for XP node, which I had forgotten about. Okay, so we're just waiting on money, really. Just waiting on money. Start that up, and then the next time we get to 2,500 cash, or 25,000 cash, we can send somebody out on that XP node. There's an awful lot of money in that donation stand. Could we be picking that up?
And now
Here goes
for
security
accurate
guard.
answers. where I help you, the listener,
Okay.
for my own
Yeah,
personal
$5,100 just sitting
This
there.
one is from Mindy in Noblestead.
Cool.
Dear Nigel, I've planted 2 blooming buffoons in my garden, and both have gone all slimy. What could I do to stop them from
There's nothing we can
dying?
do to accelerate this,
The
right?
word
It's
Mindy,
just
move.
feature reproduction is more likely when buzz bonuses are active, which
Jungles,
is the
rainforests,
case.
and other such tropical places.
We
The
just have to
crisp
hope.
Mornings and cardigan afternoons of Noblestead may be a treat for you.
Inspection rating satisfactory. All tours had high knowledge, above average info stand knowledge. Great. We've done a good job of breaking exhibits down and stuff. Oh, Marino has low energy and wants a pay rise. Well, the low energy problem obviously is temporary, but my man, you are in fact probably pretty underpaid for your skill level. I'm going to go ahead and just bump him all the way to happy face, even though I know that's going to affect our bottom line. Part of the reason we're making so much money, by the way, is that I haven't bothered to bump people's money up or pay up, and I'm a little reluctant to change that, as shitty as that is. You know what I might want to do too is we could set up some map kiosks and stuff here, because like we have an area of the museum where people are like, by the time people get here, they've gotten pretty far away from the exit or the entrance. They might have come through the cafeteria, so they might have some energy. It's kind of hard to say, but like I'm thinking also coffee over here might be a good idea. Right, we have this energy drain for our employees that happens right here. And we could just set up a little coffee kiosk. And put in some benches and stuff. Obviously this stuff costs money, but it's not a huge amount of money. Where's the ones that are technically the correct? Here we go. This guy's looking looking ardently at the side of the entrance. Here, put another one there. And then if we're going to put up a coffee thing, obviously, we are going to need some... That's not a good place to stand, sir. I'm helping you out by nudging you away from that. Okay, and then do we want to install a map kiosk? I don't know, probably. I do want people to stay in the museum for longer. And I guess we would put it like right here. These are both things that require an assistant to work them. Hesitate. Map display.
Announcement. Vandal caught in the act. What a bad guest.
And I guess we should, we're pushing it on assistants. I guess I should get another assistant in here. Frobisher Elderflower is a hell of a name for an employee. Sabrina Eastgate. I mean, maybe it's another marketer. We still haven't gotten the Zappers to reproduce even one time. This tank is big enough, right? Yeah, it's just big enough. I worry, because we're about to finish our 4th marketing campaign. The thing that I thought was going to be the bottleneck is flying past us. Okay, this requires $15,000, and there is a decent chance of a curse. And if we don't manage to put together 15 total levels, somebody could get MIA'd. Can we manage that? Can we do 15 total levels? I can bring a level 5 and a level 6. You're immune to injuries. That doesn't really matter here. Gosh, we have a lot of level 6. What does Globetrotter do? Yeah. So that's 13 right there. So yeah, we're good. We're good. And then we would want to bring, obviously, Alfie Blizzard. So that deals with, oh yeah, somebody with happy thoughts, right? So the only thing that's going to happen is somebody's going to get transfrogured. And we can spirit whisper them out of it. It's fine. And obviously we bring our spirit key. All right, go forth, friends. Unlock another gate. Did I hire an assistant? I know I was taught. Yeah, I did. Okay. I was gonna say we definitely need to do it now that I've just sent an assistant out on an expedition. Okay. Hopefully, I don't know if our experts will actually come out of here tired and go to the coffee kiosk, but we've at least created the opportunity. You know, even just the benches so they could sit down for a second and get themselves out of the danger zone is nice. Is that what maintenance looks like on that machine? You just have to go over there and press the huge button on the top of it? I suppose I could put stuff closer to the door. That might be helpful. So, we successfully completed this thing. Unlocked the Fog Moor. On a good clear day, not that those ever happen, you might be able to see your feet beneath you. Such is the visibility-stifling power of heavy condensation. Ghost dusting equipment, plants. Okay, this is not an area of fish. But Perry Tickle has become a frog. He's become frog sworn. That delights me. Alfie's going to get 15 plus 75 here, I think, from the crate, which is unfortunately not enough. He's very close. He's very close to the level we need. Okay, so obviously we need to take somebody to get decursed. Wait, hold on a second. Before we do that, can I go look at him? It was the cursors, the thing zoomed to around here. Where, Perry, where are you? Boy, that's not very helpful. I literally don't. Oh, is that him? Aha. Aha, he is indeed Frogsworn. So how's it going? Turned into a frogborn. Remarkably, it has no positive effects. Can you imagine? Wait, can we mess with people's... Oh, that's interesting. So we can pick out particular staff with particular abilities so we know where they are, or just like recolor our... Yeah, okay. That's neat. I literally not noticed that before. Just never saw it. Okay, well, that's fine. Anyway, let's get Perry off onto a curse removal point of interest, which is... It's on this map, right? Is it this one? Yeah. I was really hoping it was going to be the janitor, because obviously this is going to yield some XP. But the janitor's very close to being leveled up enough now.
Then you'll lap up the new Milkmaid flavored milk range. A crazy concoction of flavors that'll have your taste buds purring for more. Single cream, double cream, half cream, clotted cream. You won't believe the variety of flavors on offer. Milkmaid flavored milk. Now that's good milk.
Not technically.
Okay, so Bogeyman. One thing that it does immediately put me in mind of, a thing that I forgot about, is we don't have a camera room, and I did intend to have a camera room. Where's the edges of the plot over here? Okay, so we could install a camera room like out here somewhere, just sort of hanging hidden off of the... I think we also obviously do have access to this space. We could even camera room, you know, off of here or whatever. But like, I should probably put up some more proper security now that we're getting targeted by like the supervillains. One thing that I'm not at all clear on is whether the aquatic exhibits can be stolen. Like, will the criminals go into the tanks? Because it seems like it'd be extremely easy to catch them doing that, right? So it kind of seems like we only have like a couple of exhibits that are in any danger at all. And to be perfectly honest, maybe we don't need a camera room. Maybe that gets less true if we do go and get some video game exhibits. But like, yeah, maybe I'm not in so much danger from this.
The expedition is leaving now. Final call for wherever it is you're going.
Alright, Perry Tickle has been uncursed. I'm just sitting here waiting for money to accumulate. Obviously, we can do a lot by just paying attention ourselves as well. Especially if I am not thinking that the aquatic exhibits are going to be in danger. There's really only a couple of places that we need to keep an eye on. Monthly profit, very negative. That's not good. I do appreciate getting like a letter or whatever from the from the criminals being like, "Hey, we're going to target you for a while." Very strange. It's a very strange way to run things. We basically have never had a real problem with criminals. Oh, we're almost at 25k. Hold on, I'm gonna let that number creep a little higher just in case.
Attention. Thieves have been prevented from escaping. Phew.
Okay, so somebody got caught trying to steal something, and presumably that something would be a fish. Because we're looking directly at the other things and nothing seemed to get. Thieves have been prevented from escaping might also just mean, though, that like somebody got caught before they even started. An exhibit collector would like to visit the museum. Okay, well, they're free to do that. It does seem like we're catching people. It also seems like my instinct to wait a second before cashing in, before throwing that 25k in was a good one because, because then it looks like we immediately had to pay people. Am I still being targeted? It looks like we are no longer being targeted. Okay. Even a small number of security guards with kind of no backup to speak of, they just like handle it. They just get it done, you know? Alright, so he still hasn't leveled up. I'm going to go ahead and spend the money to force this. Unless he's like really close. Oh, he is like really close. Okay, you know what? He'll get 3 XP by himself, apparently. We'll just save the money. So I guess we're just waiting for that notification then. And gosh, I sure would like to check this out. Now, we haven't discovered any of the stuff here. Yeah, just not achievable at this stage in your career.
Thousands of years old and covered in amber, please consider donating yourself to the museum.
That's interesting. We have to be a higher curator class maybe to unlock access to cold water aquariums, which is weird. So we'll get a notification when he hits level 5, right? We get notified when people gain a training slot generally. We still have not had a single Zapper born, and I wonder if we do need to expand the tank.
Collectors are reminded that they don't have to buy something.
Because we did have a turtle birth over here into an environment where it exactly filled the tank. So, yeah. I don't know. I wouldn't think that it would require there to be more space. We did have one of our turtles had that trait that makes it like extra breedy is the word I was about to say. I don't know what that means, but you know, makes it more likely to do the thing. All right, we have the cave collapse negated. Now we don't have the shipwreck here negated. So that's pretty important. Do they both have, yeah, both of the janitors have room for pilot mode. So let's go and train somebody in that. I should have checked for this kind of thing before. You're probably going to want to stay at home. But that's true even more of Georgina. Yeah, all right. Go get your wings. I guess if that's true and we did want him specifically to be the one who gets the... we did specifically want him to be the one who gets the skill training, then it does... You know, we didn't lose anything by waiting. So the frogborn are a dexterous bunch, capable of communicating through intricate movements of their legs, feet, and toes. Is this a thing that we could... It's an odd project, but it's kind of nautical. I'm gonna build one of these. We're just gonna make another interactive thing for the museum. It'll be fine. I'm sure people will enjoy it. So we could be running other expeditions now that I know we don't need to be sitting on 25k. Oh right, the supernatural expert could still be making use of that 25k though. That's right. That's the wrong one. Supernatural expert, go. You're in training. Where is my ghost friend? Did I miss you? No, here we go. Aussie Chutney. Oh my god, dude, you need so much XP. Terrible news.
Team are leaving now. Please say goodbye.
We're gonna have a helicopter devoted to just running that job over and over again for a while. But yeah, for right now, all we're really waiting on is this Zapper situation. You do both have your buzz bonuses, Matt, right? Yeah. Right climate, right food. Uh-oh. Buff and bludgeon. The exhibit sits majestically before your awestruck expedition team. That's not correct. There's no exhibit. Pity it's covered in all those scratches. We could buff out the blemishes or hammer out the blemishes. Well, we don't have a mechanics team to insta-buff it. It's covered in scratches. I mean, a hammer's not going to do anything. Okay, exhibit quality up, but expedition time up. Employing some furniture polish, the team removes the artifact's imperfections. I wonder if that's actually going to have an effect. Like, I don't know that changing the quality of the exhibit does anything, but it might give you more XP, right? It might be that the different levels of XP rewards are different qualities of the same loot object or something.
Please hydrate constantly. Thank you.
Please hydrate constantly using the vending machines provided. Or, you know, a stop in the cafeteria. Where I'm sure we're selling collectible cups or something. Alright, this exhibit collector is going to offer to buy our big skeleton, I guess, because that's the only prehistory thing we have running. Oh wow, this is a really small interactive. Gosh, this corner's dark. Can I install some lighting over here? Is that area decorated enough for you? It's not quite. You need to be near a space exhibit. Well, there's nothing I can do about that. Yeah, can I install a light over here? It is dark as hell. I mean, I guess, yeah, there are a couple of different objects that are lights, effectively. The porthole kind of puts a little light in the corner. It's very little, though. There's no lighting objects for the foundation, no. And like a lot of the rooms have light sourcing in them already. You know, obviously, like this room's very lit up and we didn't build any specific light objects. But there's something about this corner that has just made it really miserably dark to the point where you can't see that that door is there unless I'm highlighting it. And I would love to fix that, and I have no idea how.
Nigel Bickleworth on 2-point radio.
All right, well,
Many of our most
is whatever it
interesting
is.
and certainly our
They're willing to pay $27,000 for that completed exterrogator skeleton. That is not enough,
and
my
so
dude.
Here are a few free and timeless tips. Always ensure.
All right, what do we get? 47 XP for the expedition. Wow, plus 350. That's like an entire level.
Dear friend of mine,
They are not joking about the effectiveness of that node.
its original easel. When I spotted it was made of plywood,
Where does that put you?
I let them down gently.
Halfway through level 4.
Like the wood on that knockoff easel.
Okay, we have stuff. We've been offered the horsehead statue for exhibition, and obviously we can just throw that over here and it works just fine. It's just sort of in the middle of the hall. Yeah, there we go. We've never had any of this stuff stolen. Hopefully that won't be stolen either.
But why would you do that?
I wonder if I provoked a space collection by installing a space-themed interactive. Maybe they thought I was going for something. A collection of space exhibits. Well, that's gonna not be a very valuable inspection for us then. Do I want to just run the 25k node again, or do I want to try to level that guy up in some other way? Because it is a lot of money. It's a lot of time worth of income, you know. But no, it's fine. It's fine. Let's just do this and get it done. So ghost person is down here because these are just in order. Okay, and then while we're waiting, I guess one thing we could do is we could go try to get more zappers, because we might be able to generate one that has that faster breeding trait, maybe. Or we might even just get one that has a higher level of quality, and maybe that will affect it in some way. So I would like to send Winston Legend out so that we can avoid the quality loss, and that means that we will for sure just take a little bit of extra time. That's a $12,000 expedition, friends. So we'll do it. Just, you know, in a second here.
It's time. Announcement. Our collection of space exhibits is being inspected.
All right, it's fine. We're fine. Things dipped a little when we made payroll because I just put a lot of money out, but we're okay. We're getting an inspection from an inspection that we might actually benefit from. Yeah, it is the frog leg language display is the only thing in our space collection. That's going to be an embarrassing one. And hopefully we shouldn't need to spend that much money all at once. Too much more in the near future. Just go ahead and start this expedition up, because I am desperate for these damn fish to start breeding. Wait, no, sorry. That's right. We need Kim Squidink. The unbelievable skills of Kim Squidink on this one in particular. So we don't need to bring a survey scanner. We could go wide tropical net and hope to get. The problem is we don't know that we're even going to get the right kind of fish here. I could use the haggling handbook and just save some money. These two are reasonably high level. I guess like pushing Kim Squid Ink up is not a bad idea. Maybe the thing is just don't get too fancy with it. Just bring the expedition journal. All right, try to get a reasonably high exhibit quality fish. And then also big level up. Fingers crossed. Indeed.
The expedition team are back from the Netherworld. They're alive.
So we've unlocked the SS Silverbottom, and beyond it, a breach in the SS Silverbottom scattered most of its cargo across the ocean floor. Let's see if we can locate a salvage site. So this also requires 25,000. But yeah, I do wanna check this out. I guess I don't know what I would do with. Maybe the idea is to have opened this and then to come to it, because it only gives ghosts, to come to it from the Supernatural Museum, a place where we have something to do with a ghost, or not just from the Supernatural Museum, but obviously like any place that you have opened up that has where it's supernatural ghost chambers, the rooms for the ghost guests. Oh, this one requires 45,000. Man, obstructions are expensive too. Everything's very expensive all of a sudden. Well, I guess we're going to be sitting here for a moment.
It may feel like you have to make a donation, but you don't. It just feels that way.
No, don't tell people they don't have to make donations. You do. You really do. It's very important that you do it. Wow, people really love the frog legs. People just are desperate for entertainment in our museum. We should make another. I know I'm talking about how we need to bank cash. Oh, you know what? 100% of our space exhibits were well decorated. That's worth $5,000. I guess that works out. I do kind of wonder if maybe I should make another interactive exhibit, because people seem desperate for entertainment. There's a low entertainment museum.
Vandals, caught vandalizing. We stopped them.
Star ratings are getting real high though, and like we're doing the thing right. It's just we've hit a moment here where, gosh, it requires a lot of money to go on. All right, catching people. Good work. And these fish just will not fuck. I don't know what you want. Is the thing turned on? Farming frequency, medium. 2 fish of the same frequency, an egg cup. Provided there's enough space, a new fish can appear. For better chances, ensure fish are happy and healthy with active buzz bonuses. And you know, some fish, they farm more than others. I guess a thing we can do to try to
Attention.
make sure this can work
And unable to hold more.
is we can open up that space a little bit, build into the new lot, and expand the aquarium. All right, we got ourselves a pristine tiger shark. We have no tiger shark display right now at all because they eat things. Send it to my inventory. Yeah, maybe the thing to do right now is to send an expedition, or to expand the museum in that direction. But I think also we do need to do this. Well, it might be that expanding the aquarium will solve the problem though. And so maybe we should take the money and use it on clearing one of these things. Just a significant one-time cost. So Kim Squid Ink in high demand. If we bring somebody who has, yeah, we could get this from Alfie. Bring somebody who has survey skills. Oh wait, bringing somebody who has survey skills removes the event? That's weird. Usually you use the skills to enable green events. Huh. Yeah, well, I can't guarantee. We don't have 2 levels of survival skills, so I can't do anything to guarantee that that won't happen. And maybe we send Kim Squiddick along anyway because we want more XP on Kim Squiddick. I think this might be coded slightly wrong though. Oh right, sorry. Somebody has to bring. I guess Marino. Somebody has to bring the survival skills. Okay.
After some delays, the expedition team are back again.
So this is going to take just a moment here because we need to build up some cash before we go doing expansions because of the fact that we are also trying to get more expeditions off the ground. And okay, making payroll. We didn't even dip negative for a moment this time. That's a good sign. Gosh, it is getting to be a lot of museum, huh? I don't know exactly how much. It's hard to know exactly how much it's going to take to do the expansion. So let's say we go like. We'll just make a little hallway space for right now.
Some of you were kind enough to write in and complain about my recent segment about pop star Jasmine Odyssey.
What if I
You see,
edit this room out to
I would
here?
just love to apologize for my past follies and take accountability for the
Okay, now we have enough room for more than 2 additional zappers in there. Let's hope that that's good enough.
I don't really remember what I said, and so it would seem hugely disingenuous to say.
Ah, we didn't get the money. But we did get bonus experience for our folks after another wild adventure, blah, blah, blah.
Anyway,
Okay.
I'm glad we cleared that up.
So what did that show us? Turn a yearly profit over 50. Oh, well, I mean, that's basically guaranteed. And that's another unique spirit. Oh, and also huge amounts of money. You know, we might might go ahead and just do a little bit of salvage there. Well, like the unique spirits only go to that specific map though, right? You can't take a unique spirit and put them in a normal spirit room. They go into the hotel automatically, I think. So maybe we can in fact do that one once it feels like that we have displayed our mastery of having an income. Okay, I'm not really interested in upgrading things right now.
What a bad guest.
Okay, Martin, what's happening, man? Your arm's dead. Okay. Have you considered going to the staff room and having that? We can fix that shit. You don't have to just live like that. He's also not happy about his pay, which I get. We can nudge. And then, I mean, that's pretty much it, honestly. I'm going to go grab my dude. I'm going to manually place him in the bandage box. Receive treatment for injury, asshole. How did you get injured and then just, like, sit there and come back to the place and just walk around and not avail yourself of the injury fixing machine? I think it still might be worth it for us to try to get another zapper, because I think these two just are not. These one we might have found some ace fish. There's a lot of fish in the sea, and some of them are ace. That's, you know, as true for dating as it is for fish. I don't know what I'm saying. What I'm saying is we're going back out there. All right, Kim, make this work. I guess the XP seems fine. We've leveled this place up well enough, and as long as we're countering the hull leak, it's still possible to get things that aren't the max quality. I don't know if it's necessary to do it detailed. Whatever. It's fine. All right, and then what was the cost of that other obstruction? Are we good here? 45. You know what? Let's just hit it. Let's just do it. Okay, so you are all set, and then we don't need anything. But if we set up somebody with survival skills and then send them with a first aid kit, we have countered all of the negative stuff that can happen. Okay.
Staff need medical attention. Thank you.
And we have, in fact, unlocked this thing as... We've unlocked our bonus for turning a yearly profit over 15,000 as our cash on hand dips precipitously. Yeah, this I'm real curious about this. We're going to definitely give that a try. Okay, so they're taking back their exhibit. The 30,000 bucks was helpful for sure. All right, and hopefully we won't be spending huge amounts of money anymore. Like we don't have any other like major expenditures in our near future. Can we see? Are these? Do the fish actually have gender? They don't. It's not like it's not like a problem that we have two male zappers or anything. Yeah, I don't know. We just don't. They don't want to do it. That can happen.
Prehistoric items have been here for thousands of years.
Nobody can tell these fish that they have to fuck. In no small part because we don't know how to speak fish. So when one of these things comes back, we'll give a shot to that money making expedition. And then we'll also hopefully by then have some more zappers so we can work with. All right, XP for folks. This is not the interesting part. The interesting part is what lies beyond. Hey, a new zapper was born. Well, all right then.
Dirty. That can't be good for the fish.
About damn time. We also don't have the Wetlantan exhibits because I was not in a big hurry to go find them because of, you know, the other things that we're struggling with. But, like, we do need to go and get Wetlantan artifacts. It's just that part feels like it's going to be pretty easy. Okay, earn $100,000 from the gift shop. Now, to be clear, I have many times done so, but I guess we gotta wait for 100,000 more to accumulate since opening this up. Legend has it you can follow the expansive Wetlantan catacombs from one end of the county to the other, provided you don't get lost, and can breathe underwater, of course. The little things. Alright, we do need to do some of this. This is definitely the sort of thing. Oh, our yeah. See, this is not enabled and would be enabled by survey skills. And also, I want to bring survey skills in any case because, you know, we want to level the location up quickly so we're getting good stuff. So I want to wait until our other exhibit comes back because our survey skills person is on that not exhibit expedition. Oh, right. With 3 such fish in here, we are no longer filtering adequately. Easily enough solved. When we get this done, we won't even get the star. It's worth noting, like this is 3/4 of the way to the star. But now we know that we don't necessarily need more zappers. We don't even know for sure that we needed to expand the tank. It certainly wouldn't make any sense for expanding the tank to have been the thing that helped. So I guess we can go ahead and place this fella. Ah, yes, that's got our 4th boat. I wasn't thinking about that, but that's a good point. That does unlock a map node for us, and let's go ahead and unlock that node before I do the thing I'm about to do. It's a fish eat fish world down there, and in these giant caves live the creatures who swim atop the seafood pyramid. So this is like, these are good sea monsters. I'm real curious about this too, but let's go get some Wetlantan stuff before we commit to anything else, because this is important. I would love to bring somebody who has happy thoughts in particular. Yeah, I was going to say happy thoughts plus at least 5 levels of experience so that we can bring our survey scanner and not have to worry about the injury event. There we go. And push ourselves up over an entire level on the first visit. And then, obviously, we don't have enough room for another fish here now, so whichever one of these fish I like the least is going in the knowledge scanner. Let's see here. You want any aquarium plant. You hate aquarium shells. You hate aquarium shells. Ooh. Raised to perfection in your museum. Worth more than usual. Interesting to note that it came out at average quality. I wonder if the quality is based on the parents. So yeah, you seem like the least interesting one. We're gonna throw you in the old knowledge of fire to create room for more progeny. Sweet, sweet progeny. Okay, and then once we're over, like, it was like 10 or 15k to go out on the next expedition, I believe.
Maybe exhausting.
Do we need to hire more people? We so frequently have 2 people working the front counter when that's really not necessary. Okay, so to run an expedition, sorry, not this one. To run an expedition out to here was 20. And we can't run more than one expedition to the same spot. Yeah, it doesn't. We don't get the progress. Okay, well then let's do a run out to here because I'm curious. So, there is an MIA possibility here. Let's make sure we counter that. Curses and illnesses and stuff we can absolutely just deal with. Pushing the survey level, okay, probably fairly reasonable. And then the question is, do we want to null the injury thing, or do we just, I think I just want a survey scanner, honestly. I think I just want to push the level up. So, okay, go do that. Go make us some money. And that means we probably are going to need to build some more survey scanners, because we are going through them. And one of our expeditions is going to bring back some amount of money. Some unknown amount of cash. Okay, we're going a little... I could probably have waited to send all that stuff off. We didn't need to fire all that at once.
Ingredients on the market and
Oh, hold on now. Monthly breakdown, quarterly crime report. Okay, there was a red number, and I think it was just because we had 2 quarterly crime reports that I hadn't looked at one of them. But it does feel like that's scarier than it needs to be. Oh, hey. Reach enlightenment level 3 in marine life while doing all the... Okay. So we have discovered another lake over here that requires a marine life expert to access, but it doesn't really give... I mean, we could certainly throw some more dinosaur bones in around our existing dinosaur bone. Lake Long Loss is a funny name for a place where a lake where the fossils are. Historians tried to keep count of the number of artifacts found lost in the lake, but they quickly lost count too. So really, there's no going back. This one is pretty expensive to send expeditions to, and we're kind of in the middle of some stuff already. But mostly what I'm hoping is that we can... I know that we're over the hour already, but I'm hoping we can finish this one box before before we close the episode. So we did level the site up. Got ourselves a wetsuit of armor, which is better than the wetsuit of armor that we currently have, but this one's boring, unfortunately. I don't think the other one is, and we're definitely going to go ahead and use this one because it's got the higher quality. Well, you know, it's only 18 buzz. Hold on a second. Let me compare it to the one that we have. We're trying to display 2 Atlantean exhibits of at least great quality, so I guess that's a pretty compelling reason. Okay, you have 18. The base buzz is the same. Are you short knowledge? You are short knowledge. Okay, so I think what we do here is we just take this one, throw it directly in the old knowledge of fire, and then we grab this one. And I still haven't done anything with those sharks, and I probably should. We need to set up another aquarium. We need to like actually space this stuff out, set up another aquarium, and then yeah. Do I want to leave 3 of them in here? With there being 4 spaces left, we don't actually know that 4 spaces is enough to force a breed though. Like we didn't. The one time we saw a breed happen, it happened when there were 7 spaces left. Maybe zappers just need to feel they have a lot of spare room. I don't know. We'll give it a little while longer before we... Let's at least get this check before we start freaking out. So you guys need to go back to that very same node here and try to pick some stuff up. So we need to send happy feelings and survey skills and our last survey scanner to make it so that I need more money. Can I unpause it? I can't really unpause it while we're on that screen. It's really frustrating to be just a tiny bit short, and you know if you could unpause the game for 2 seconds, you'd get the money. But you can't on that screen, and so you have to go all the way out and then refill everything, and that's very annoying. Okay. Got somebody leveled up. That's good. And they're going to come back with an expert, with a great exhibit, an exhibit that is at least great, probably at least epic. So we're definitely going to nail it there. So maybe this is the part where you two, look, they're swimming real close to each other. They're mingling tails, right? Don't you want to just please reproduce? All right. Got ourselves a dust deterrent. Honestly, that's not a bad, perk. Reducing the amount that things need attention is nice. Although I don't know what we would use it on. Maybe this thing this is kind of out of the way. Just make it so people have to come over here for maintenance less. And it's not, does it have a buzz bonus that we... Oh, right, we needed a shark decal and we don't have one. We don't have access to that yet. Okay, max quality pristine. That was quick. It is really nice to be able to gain a whole level each time you go out. And a traditional Wetlantan instrument that only works underwater. Alright, so this is a little tricky because this is a new thing and we don't actually have space for it in our exhibit area. I'm going to remove this fountain, I guess, and then we're going to have to redecorate a little. So let's pull the fountain. I'll pull these up to... does this not fit on this wall? Oh, no, I see. Okay, there is one there running all the way to the wall. So I think what I might do is move this over like half a step. Move this over a full step. Just, you know, tighten the spacing up a little bit here. And that'll give us room to put this down. And then we're going to have to put down... Actually, never mind. I was going to say... I picked up a decoration, so I assumed I was going to reduce our overall decoration level, but I guess we were over decorated before. Okay. So now it really is the case that all we're waiting for is another Zapper birth. Okay, so you got possessed and seasick. Kim Squid Ink having a rough time out there. But also we discovered Bish Silverbottom, Twiggy's cousin and security for the original Silverbottom expedition team, known for their pointy head used for security bashing and opening coconuts. So, send to inventory. Now that doesn't actually send... Okay, it actually does send Bish Silverbottom to my inventory, but I can't do that. I can't make that room, right? I was really hoping to just get money. What do you do when you pull a unique ghost in a setting that's not... I mean, I guess maybe I can make a room happen. I thought the unique ghosts had special rooms picked out in the hotel, but maybe not. Maybe I misunderstood. Well, I mean, it is what it is. It's fine. Let's go ahead and pull So when it's that fish that says select specimen, worth more than usual, does that mean like can I sell fish that are, yeah. How much do you sell for? It's not even that much money, really. Because the thing is, what I would probably do with you is just throw you in the old knowledge of fire. Alright. 2 fish with an egg cup and so much space. And such a well-maintained aquarium. Why, they could reproduce at any moment, I tell ya. Any moment at all. Maybe even this moment. Wouldn't that be fun if they did that now at this moment? Okay, our gift shop is very slowly accumulating. That's a really annoying unlock rule. It does look like this probably doesn't lead anywhere, and in fact, we might have unveiled all of the points of interest for this map, maybe? I mean, obviously there's this one. But this one just rewards a plant. And it feels like a thing you would do in another museum anyway. A more botany-themed museum. It's interesting because it definitely feels like some of the museum types lend themselves to having an additional thing on hand a little bit more than others. So hold on, are we... Obviously, you should only be able to get 1 copy of... Oh, right, I need to take you places. You should only be able to get 1 copy, I would think, of a unique spirit.
For certain levels of monotony, but they're not prepared for
There are some children. Oh my god, children. Also you. What's up, haunted house? Saw a staff member possessed by a ghost. Oh. But wait, I didn't put the ghost in the... The hell happened? We had some people running all over the place. I didn't put the ghost in my exhibits, so where the hell... The ghost isn't like running around as a member of staff or anything. Just looking through my exhibit list. Huh. I'm not sure what happened there, unless that armor that we grabbed is haunted, maybe? It shouldn't be. I mean, the good news about Kim Squid Ink getting haunted and also cursed, or cursed and also illnessed, is that this is a good opportunity for Kim to get some XP. Because now we got to take you to the Bone Belt and the old Bone Belt Hospital. And I guess with the other thing, there is still a piece of Wetlantan gear from that point of interest that we don't have yet. We may as well check it out since it's not very expensive to go. And we should bring Winston in case of earning money. And we should not press that button. It backs up more than I'm expecting. Okay, we need an assistant who has happy feelings. Yeah, we're bringing back the money. It's gonna be good. And also XP.
expedition team leaving for thorough investigation.
I didn't even notice when we went and got things for this before how much money it was, but it'll be good. It'll be good to get some extra money. Then maybe we can finally establish a tank for our tiger sharks over here. And this is what we can do with our extra money. Just extend the building. I don't actually want this tank to be this large, probably. I intend to reduce it in size, or at least cut it into 2 tanks or something. Once we get the breed, I want to make sure that the breed can happen.
Ever they went.
Okay. Got a health and safety inspection. I think we should be pretty good on that. We're running marketing campaigns, and that's all working out fine. So we could take a look into some of this other stuff. This is 20k. And the one over here is not unlocked, right? Yeah, okay. We gotta wait for 20k, which might mean waiting for this thing to come back. No, we're making enough money. We don't need to rely on the money in the return. People are donating. Yeah, things are good.
Assistant to gift shop. Sell.
Although obviously we do. I guess we did need to wait. So where does it show? Okay, it's only $1,000. I was gonna say, it must not have been very much money for us to have totally not noticed it before. And indeed, that's a big expedition. Send that to my inventory. Oh dear. Well, if we... Okay. Let's leave that there. Let's move this over to here. Is there enough, like, how... Okay, check. How big is that? Jesus. Okay. Maybe what I need to do is set this whole wall aside for it and then have these other things, these other 3 things in this space. I mean, not all the Wetlantan things need to go together. It's nice for tour purposes to have like themed collections. We also could put the Wetlantan boat like here and just rearrange this area to make that work. Yeah, let's see if we can figure that out. So let me unpause here so that this stuff can run.
No more, no less. Announcement. Our health and safety standards
Okay,
are
we're being inspected. I'm going to take it easy on the expeditions for a second while we figure this out. So first thing that I want to do is move this down. Oh, hey, it happened. Okay, cool. Discontent with dragging up sea creatures from the depths, I hear you're now breeding fish of your own. How curious of you. If it saves on expedition fees, I'm all for it. Yeah, they are starting to get significant, aren't they?
Reports from the Marine Life Museum suggest they've made contact with the county's sea-dwelling fish people for the first time in decades. A huge step forward, not only in the debate surrounding the existence of Wetlantis, but for 2 Point's understanding of the oceans. Who better to ask about the water than the people who live there?
Yeah, that makes sense. Seems like good logic. So, that was our curator class goal there. Access to better bandage boxes and camera booths. Our museums can now get up to 5 stars. And our overall goal is just to receive 4 more stars across our museums. And this is kind of why I wanted to do this one, because then we can just stay in here for continuity's sake and earn that next star. So, you found the lost city of Wetlantis, I guess, is a thing that we did. It looks like the Wetlantians might have found you, too. Yes, it's time you knew that I'm a Wetlantian. You probably didn't know. I disguise it very well, with the coat and everything. I mean, I'll admit, I was a little surprised. This is your chance to reintroduce land and sea, just as I had hoped. Keep discovering more about Wetlantis, and maybe they'll drop in from the ocean. Okay, and we've unlocked our cold water cooler, so now we can unlock that other node. That's actually really rad. So I forgot that we had a lone bull shark on display over here. That's also a big animal. I don't know. I guess like figuring this out. Setting this up for tiger sharks makes more sense. The bull shark can just live its lone solitary life over here, as sad as that is. I don't know if this is actually doing anything. This appears to not be necessary. Let's just move that out of the way. We definitely still want our interactive entertainment, but we might move it up to here, maybe? And then still trying to place this Wetlantian boat before we stop. If I put it right here, it does sort of ruin our cool little floor motif thing, but I mean, I don't know what else to do with it. It wants to be near a conchorn exhibit, which it is. Near is not near. We can move this over. What we'll do is we'll just trade the seats here. Okay. And that's got you on 80. And try to give people a little bit more of a walkway. I don't think I can set up tours for this. I guess the tour thing would have to be in this room. And really, it's worth doing it probably. It's a little bit weird to have the tour device in a different room than the exhibits are in, but the game doesn't have this whole concept of rooms. That's just a thing that's in my head. So yeah, like this is a pretty good tour, right? And they had to buy a ticket to get over there still. It's not like it's just out in the middle of nowhere. All right, an exhibit collector is coming, and that's fine, and we are almost certainly not going to be selling our things, because our things are valuable things, you know? All right, so in order to move on to the next step, we have to activate all buzz bonuses on 3 Wetlantan ruins exhibits. Do we not have... Oh, well, these are Wetlantan artifacts. Wetlantan ruins are other things, right? We have an exhibit somewhere. Can I see? You say 1 of 3. Can you show me the one? We have like a couple of weird exhibits socked away in places, don't we? I thought I remembered a weird one-off, but I guess maybe I'm imagining things. Because obviously we have this, but that's a skeleton. That's a what do you call it? A prehistory thing. Yeah, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm not remembering. But it says 1 of 3, and we definitely have the bonuses on all these. Oh no, it's this. Duh. This is a Wetlantan ruins exhibit, and we have in fact gotten all the bonuses ever since I renamed it to those ankles. You know the ones. So we just need to gather more of that kind of stuff, which we can do somewhere. Oh. Okay, the map didn't scroll down this far before. It doesn't let you scroll down far enough to realize how much stuff is down here until you hit this point. Okay, so we have to receive $13,000 worth of donations for Wetlantan artifacts before we can even come down here. And that's something we should be pretty well set up for now, as well as attracting 6 Wetlantan guests through marketing. So we're going to have to change our marketing scheme. Do we have a campaign currently running? What's the status of our thing right now? Okay, let's start a Wetlantan campaign. Increased chance of arrival. Add 5% to general museum arrival rates. I mean, that's all well and good. I do like running the general get more bodies in here campaign. I think that's been responsible for a lot of the money we've made. You know, 15%, I guess, probably somewhere in the neighborhood. Or it's like 30% with the general, but you know what I mean. It's been responsible for exactly that amount. But it's nice. It's nice to just have more bodies coming in all the time. All right. Receive $20,000 of donations for cold water fish. We're going to do our level best, and we already know where to go to get that kind of stuff started. And we need guests to leave with enough acquired buzz and knowledge, and we're really good at that stuff. All that stuff is fully guaranteed. So I am probably going to shrink this this thing down now a little bit. Let's pick you up and put you over into this half of it. And then once again, really, really, really wish they would let you see, as you are changing the size of a room, what you are doing to its space requirements. Okay, I think we can safely remove one more row here, make this adhere to the corner, and it's just exactly full, and that's fine. Yeah, that works out just fine. And then we can set up new, obviously, new aquaria and whatnot around the corner. So let's just go ahead and do that. Let's get our cold water thing set up here. And maybe we need to start up a poltergeist room. A poltergeist room. You know, like a guest room, but okay. If you accent it wrong, the joke disappears. Okay, so this is going to be a cold water tank. We don't actually have any cold water fish yet, and we don't know what they would eat. So we're not going to put any food dispensers in because we don't know what we want. But having established a cold water tank now unlocks the numb drop here in the 2.C. From the top of numb drop, you'll struggle to see beneath you, but already feel the water getting cooler. As the ocean floor plummets, so does the temperature, and so there's cold water fish down here. Even further beyond that, cold spot cave, which requires us to do one analysis and have 50 cold water fish display, or 50 cold water fish buzz on display, which is probably 2 fish, right? So that doesn't seem too difficult. And then there was that one point of interest on the supernatural map that we should now be able to unlock and get some cool spooky fish here as well. And I think I'm kind of more interested in grabbing these because they are from the wrong map, you know, from a different map than you would expect. So let's send an expedition out for these. $14,000. It's interesting that it's a marine life expert and any staff. And in order to avoid the fish food thing, you need 2 levels of survival skills. So for this, we actually only have 2 people who have survival skills. So right now, this is gonna consume a lot of our good marine expert resources. And it seems like the kind of spot where we'd want to bring a survey scanner and just make sure we get it all figured out. We are so close to being able to get at least a little bit of positivity. This doesn't work. Does it? It needs to be one person who has survival skills too, maybe, because we would see this getting locked out if it wasn't. Okay, well, I certainly don't want to MIA one of those 2 people. Those 2 people are incredibly valuable. So we'll look into that, and instead we'll send out some exhibits over here. Here we have an MIA that requires fish whispering. That's easy enough. To basically everybody that we employed early on had fish whispering. Catfish stick is feeling pretty miserable. That's a thing that we need to. It's neat that gives plus training speed so that you have the opportunity to fix the thing. And then we need a level of survey skills to avoid the MIA here. And yeah, y'all bring a survey scanner. We'll get some things going. Unfortunately, going to be kind of difficult to avoid this exhibit quality loss. So let's get on that. And in the interim, we need just anybody who has 2 levels of survival skills. We also claim this. Ooh, look at that. The shark decal. We've almost earned it. Yeah, we're going to need somebody with 2 levels of survival skills, which is going to be, I'm sure, an expert with, like a level 5 expert with 2 open slots. We're going to have to build them, right? Because I don't think we have anybody in the museum who is like sub-level 5 and just has survival skills. Now, it doesn't necessarily need to be an expert for like any of these types that we already have, because what I am thinking is that we might still want to. I was also going to try to figure this out. Part of your problem is that you need to go to the bathroom. You should go to the bathroom. Your energy is low. I can't really help with that. This I can help with. What I'm kind of thinking is maybe we send out job ads for a digital expert, and we still try to jam some video game stuff in here as well, because I don't really want to go supernatural. It feels like a lot of extra effort, and I know we have a ghost guest, but it's a ghost guest who wants a lot of like other stuff. And let's just send out this advert. I know we're like way over the hour at this point, but you know how I am. One more thing until the episode's 2.5 hours long. Okay, yeah. We've spent a lot of money.
go on a
No
journey
doubt.
of discovery, stopping off to learn from.
Okay, this is what I was looking for. Somebody with a reasonably high level and either survival skills already or no engagement at all. And are you all wearing VR goggles? Is that what's going on with your heads? Magnus Power makes an eloquent tour guide. Can you do a tour for things that are not your specialty? I'm actually not sure. In any case, welcome aboard. A collector would like to make an offer on one of my zappers. Wow, they're willing to pay $22,500 for a zapper, which we theoretically could just get another one of by letting them breed. I'm going to go ahead and sell. And we're going to hope that the zappers actually breed. Okay. So, having picked up a new person here, let's go ahead and unlock our first digital point of interest. Intriguing. Unlocking that POI has opened up new rifts in the Digiverse. This place doesn't conform to the laws, rules, or T's and C's of our universe, which is fun but also extremely dangerous. Anywho, you've discovered a new kind of workshop project on your travels. Claim your power-up recipe from the top right of the Digiverse map screen. The digital danger is already paying dividends. You may discover power-ups through your adventures in the Digiverse. Power-ups are powerful consumable items that can be used to enhance your museums. Craft power-ups in the workshop with a digital expert qualified in Button Master. Different from Button Masher. Kind of exactly the opposite, really. Place down power-ups from your inventory to produce short-term boosts in your museums. Okay. Powerful consumable buffs. Find them by exploring the Digiverse and by analyzing exhibits. Power-ups can only be crafted by qualified Digiverse experts. Train staff to utilize powerful digital boons. So this is Meat Wizard, of course. Who thought it could possibly be anything else? Ahoy there! You're a new face. A fisherman, I take it. Perfect. Well, we should get along like a house on fire. Ha ha. There's plenty of fish in these parts. Okay, hey, that's good news. So set sail and see what you find. I just don't recommend going out at night. Okay. The mayor of Greater... Okay, so this is the Dredge lighthouse, right? I haven't played Dredge, but of course I've seen it on the workshop and stuff. So I guess they did... this is a thing, right? Indie games doing crossovers. The mayor of Greater Marrow is looking for new anglers. He's offering adventurers a boat, but seems oddly insistent they don't go out at night. Having not actually played Dredge, I only have the vaguest sense of it's a horror-themed fishing game, right? We'll get a traveling merchant outfit. Yeah, we certainly have fishing experts and aquariums. Aquaria? I'm not actually sure what the plural is supposed to be. So here we can find some temperate fish and some sea monsters. Here at the Gale Cliffs, we have to display a bloom mackerel, which I assume is caught at the previous one. We can get a cool aquarium wreck and also a thing that I'm not allowed to mouse over. I think that we get no mouse over text for. Well, all right. I was going to go check out Meat Wizard. But the Dredge crossover feels like a pretty good fit, doesn't it? Yeah, let's go. Let's send some people out to this. So we need a digital expert and then a marine life expert with fish whispering would be a good idea. And if we take a survey scanner, which I was definitely going to do anyway, we get to pull a little bit of extra time here. Is there a... No, we don't have anybody who has, like, survey skills or anything. And I wouldn't want to bring somebody whose level was lower, because we can avoid the water spout just by being the appropriate levels here. Okay, so expedition started. Some moves have been made. I think selling that fish is going to turn out to be a good idea in the long term, especially if they will actually breed. Although, who's to say that will ever really happen in this tank? Yeah, there'll be 2 left. It should be fine. And then we got a cold water tank over here that we can use to, do cold water stuff. Is there a front to that device? Yeah, okay. I think that's the front. Yeah. who knows? We got plenty of room over here to do like a small exhibit or whatever, and then we can expand into here. If it turns out we pick up a lot of interesting stuff from the dredge area, we can make a whole big room for it. Okay. With that, we have acquired our 3rd star for this museum. We are ready to push on to 4 and perhaps even 5. I guess we can go all the way to 5. We may as well, right? And I'm excited about that. I'm still having a really great time. I hope y'all are having a good time. I know at least one person told me that they have purchased the game because of this series, and I always love hearing that. Also, developers, publishers, y'all should hear that. Please give me free copies of your games. Because look, you'll make up the sale eventually. So that's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. When you come back next time, we are pushing this marine museum, hopefully, forward at a rate of more than 1 star every 3 episodes. And that last one was a bit of a pain in the ass to get. But I think they should theoretically come a little bit faster from here. And we'll see you then.